Do you want to feel like a real airline pilot inside Microsoft Flight Simulator? Sure, the base game is beautiful, but flying like a real pilot requires more than just good graphics. Real pilots train with proper weather, professional air traffic control.
Well, all specials, I'm closing now. I don't have to deal with this type of abuse.
Detailed ground operations, real-world charts, and aircraft that push you to follow real procedures. In this video, I'll share the 5 must-have add-ons that completely transform Microsoft Flight Simulator from a casual experience into something that feels like real-world training. And stick around until the end, because number 1 is the closest you'll ever get to sitting in the left seat of a real airliner without leaving your desk. At number 5, it's realistic scenery, weather, and effects. In the real world, no two flights are the same. Pilots face all kinds of conditions: crosswinds, turbulence, icing, and sometimes even extreme weather events like hurricanes. Now, the default simulator weather looks decent, but it doesn't really capture the feel of flying through unstable air. That's where add-ons come in. With /42 SimFX, you'll notice condensation on your wings, contrails forming at high altitude, realistic precipitation effects, and even dynamic turbulence that makes the aircraft respond just like it would in the real sky. It's not just eye candy, it changes how you fly because you feel the environment reacting to you. And if you're really daring, there's the Hurricane Simulation add-on. This lets you test yourself against some of nature's most powerful storms. The winds are wild, the rain lashes against the cockpit, and the turbulence forces you to stay sharp on the controls. It's the kind of environment that real pilots train for in the sim, and now you can too. Add in handcrafted airports from developers like AnyBuilds, FlyTampa, and Flightbeam, and suddenly, you're not just landing at a flat runway in default scenery. You're rolling out at Heathrow, Dubai, or Los Angeles, with accurate taxiways, gates, signage, and lighting. Every approach feels different. Pilots train for conditions, and with these add-ons, your conditions become real. Number 4, BeyondATC. Talking to air traffic control is not optional in the real world. It's half the job. Pilots spend just as much time listening, reading back clearances, and communicating as they do actually flying. The default ATC in Microsoft Flight Simulator is, let's be honest, very basic.
Windcom cleared for takeout runway 24 left.
It'll vector you incorrectly, use robotic voices, and often doesn't respect real-world procedures. That's where BeyondATC comes in. This add-on gives you intelligent AI controllers that follow real-world phraseology.
Transition, then as filed. Climb via SID, except maintain 15,000. Departure frequency, 124.3. That's 24.3. Squawk 3.
You'll request clearance, get handed off between delivery, ground, tower, and approach, and even hear other traffic communicating realistically around you. The voices are natural and diverse, not the same robotic drone repeating endlessly. And here's the best part. BeyondATC understands context.
You don't have a flight plan filed and you're still at the gate. Why are you requesting departure clearance? Do you want a pilot deviation? Allegiant 68, I have a phone number for you to contact. Advise ready to copy.
If you're descending too fast, it won't ignore it. It will intervene. If the weather is poor, expect realistic vectors and holding patterns. Suddenly, you're not just flying alone. You're in a busy, living airspace. Talking to ATC is half the job of a pilot, and with BeyondATC, you finally get that half done right. Number 3, GSX Pro. If you've ever spawned directly on the runway and gone full throttle, you know it doesn't feel authentic. A real flight starts long before takeoff. Passengers have to board, catering needs to be loaded, fuel trucks need to arrive, baggage handlers do their work, and finally the tug pushes the aircraft back. GSX Pro brings all of that to life. When you use it, you'll see passengers boarding through the jetway or walking across the ramp to your plane. Baggage carts pull up, cargo doors open, and you'll actually watch the bags being loaded. Catering trucks arrive, service vehicles drive around, and then your aircraft is pushed back exactly the way it would be in reality. This matters because airline flying is not just about being airborne, it's about the entire operation. Seeing the ground services around you adds immersion, but it also trains you to go through proper checklists and flows as you prepare for departure. Because real pilots don't just spawn at the runway. Number 2, Navigraph. Flying from one airport to another isn't just pointing your nose and going straight. In the real world, pilots fly highly structured procedures called SIDs, stars, and instrument approaches. These are essential for safety and efficiency, especially in busy airspaces. Without charts, you're basically flying blind. You might be able to get from A to B, but you'll never know if you're flying the correct procedure. With Navigraph, you get worldwide, constantly updated charts, the exact same ones used by airlines and professional pilots. You also get updated nav data that matches what real-world ATC uses. Even better, Navigraph offers a moving map that syncs with your aircraft in real time. You can watch yourself taxi along airport diagrams, follow the SID you're cleared for, and prepare for stars and approaches with accuracy. This changes everything. Suddenly you're not winging it. You're briefing approaches, checking minimums, and understanding terrain clearance, just like the pros. No real pilot flies blind. You need proper charts, and Navigraph delivers them. And finally, at number 1, the study-level airliners. If you really want to know what it feels like to be an airline captain, you need either the Phoenix A320 or the PMDG 737. These aren't just fancy aircraft models, they are complete simulators within a simulator. Every system, from hydraulics to electrics to pressurization, is modeled in detail. Flip a switch, and something actually happens. Failures occur, warnings pop up, and you have to respond using real-world procedures. Startups aren't just a matter of hitting Charlie. You'll run full checklists, input a flight plan into the FMC, configure the aircraft properly, and only then will you be ready to taxi. And here's something that really puts it into perspective. Real-world airline pilots have admitted that they use these add-ons to rehearse flows and procedures before simulator checks or type ratings. That's how accurate they are. If you can learn to fly the Phoenix A320 or the PMDG 737 properly, you're already halfway to understanding what real airline training is like. If you can fly these, you're halfway to real airline training. So there you have it. The top 5 add-ons that transform Microsoft Flight Simulator into something that feels like a professional flight deck. With advanced weather and effects, proper ATC, full ground handling, real-world charts, and study-level aircraft, you're no longer playing a game. You're training like a pilot. Which one of these add-ons do you already use, and which one are you planning to buy next? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more ultra-realistic MSFS content.